Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Gateway to IT. Today we are going to discuss our plan to create a fully functional VMware ESXi vSphere 7 lab using 4 ESXi server with router firewall as pfSense and the network attached storage using TrueNAS software. I'm using VMware Workstation 17 to create this lab on a single Windows 10 machine. You can check the VMware version that I'm using right now by clicking on help and clicking on about VMware Workstation software. As you can see that the workstation version that I'm using is 17.0.0. So and as far as the hardware on this device, this machine on which I'm recording the video goes, on which we are planning to actually host our entire ESXi infrastructure, let me show you the hardware that I have on this machine. This machine has AMD Ryzen Threadripper 3960 24 core processor, and it has got 28 gigabytes of RAM, as you can see here, with 4 SSDs that are going to have all the virtual machines that we're going to create for the E6i infrastructure. So I think this machine has got enough hardware resources to support the entire A6i infrastructure that we are going to create on it. Let me now share the plan that we are going to follow in order to create this environment. Uh, the plan is to have 4 A6i servers running on these different networks. Primarily, the three networks that we're going to use is the management network, the storage network, and the vMotion network. And for all these networks, the routing or firewall services are going to be provided by the pfSense firewall that we will be configuring in order to create all this network in for our infrastructure VMware on VMware Workstation. So let's discuss about the network. If we discuss about the primary networks that I've already color coded, there are three primary networks that we need to have in our infrastructure in our lab. The first network is going to be the management network. This is the network that is that has to be used by the E6s server for their internal communication among each other, for data transfer, for connectivity detection, and other purposes. This is something internal to the E6i. So we recommend, even in the production environment, it is recommended to have the management network on a separate LAN or VLAN if you have the VLAN in your environment configured. For this management network, we are going to have a Windows domain controller, as you can see, which is going to provide us the Active Directory, DNS, and NTP services to be consumed by this ESXi servers. The next network that is a requirement, a prerequisites for the E6i lab is the storage network. We are going to have two storage network with the IP address scheme as 10.1.1.0 with 24-bit subnet mask and 10.2.2.0 with 24-bit subnet mask. Uh, this we require two network because we would like to learn the multipathing uh, concepts of the VMware E6i for the storage network. The third primary network that we must have is a vMotion network, which is used by the VMware functions such as DRS, distributed resource scheduler, and also used to migrate the VM either manually or automatically. In case one of your E6i server is down, suppose if a VM is running on E6i1 and the VM E6i has some issue or needs to go for maintenance, then you can move the VM from E6i to E6i2 in this while the VM is still running. So that's how the vMotion network is required. So this is the concept, this is the plan that we are going to follow in order to create the network. You might have seen that I have the other three networks also here, which I have not talked about yet. These are also part of the plan that we're going to implement to build a lab in future videos. But right now we need to focus on the three networks that, as we have discussed, the management network, the storage network, and the vMotion network. I've also created an Excel file with the IP address scheme that we're going to utilize in order to create this lab. Here you can see it gives you the same kind of preview, same kind of layout as given in the graphics below it. So we can see that we have a management network, we have a storage network, and we have a vMotion network, and the rest of the network are here. We are going to follow these two the Excel file and the graphic in order to create a lab from scratch. So stay with me in the videos to come. And one more thing, if you like my work, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you.